In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create client invoices and how you can send those to your clients. So to get started, we're going to go into the Selling tab and then into the Invoices page. On the Invoices page, we'll see a list of the most recent 3 invoices at the top here, and down below we'll see a list of any other unpaid invoices that there might be on our account. If we want to view all the paid invoices or any invoices from the past, we can click on this button here and select the status of the invoices that we'd like to see. If we select all invoices and then click Apply, the page will refresh and all of the invoices from our account will be displayed. To create a new invoice, we'll head to the top and click Create New Invoice. And then on this page we describe the invoice that we're going to be sending. So for the invoice title, we can add something like Smith Bridal Shots. We select a gallery that this invoice is associated with. We add some invoice details, such as bridal shoot, online viewing. And if we want to add additional details, we can do that by clicking the Add Additional Details link, and then adding any details we'd like here, such as digital copy and extra shooter. For our subtotal, you can put in whatever the subtotal is going to be for that invoice. For example, this one might be $499.99, and for the sales tax, you can add in the sales tax for your invoice. If you need some help with the sales tax, you can click the Needs Help link, add in your sales tax rate, click the little calculator icon, and it'll calculate the sales tax for you. Now down below there are optional settings, the first one being the client agreement, and this is an area where you can upload a PDF that has your contract details. If you don't have a contract, you don't need to worry about it, but if you'd like to, you can attach a PDF that has all the details for your client already in it. Next we have areas for a client email and an additional email. These are optional, but if you do add an email address here, then you can also send an auto reminder to your client if they haven't paid by a certain date. So for example, I can put here client@instaproofs.com, and I can select a date for the invoice to be sent if they haven't already paid it by that date. You also have the option to save this as a template. So if you're going to have a whole bunch of invoices that are similar, you can save it as a template, give it a name, and then when you create the invoice, you have the option to select a template. We'll go ahead and save this. And as the page refreshed, we can see that we have the Smith Bridal Shots invoice here at the top of the list. Now to send this to your client, you go into the options area, and then you can have the system email it to your client, or you can just create a shareable link where you can send that through an email or send it some other way to your client. If you click the Create a Shareable Link option, this little area will display, and you can click this button to copy it. Now that's been copied to your clipboard, and you can paste it into an email or use it any other way that you might want to do it. If you want to send it as an email, we can go ahead and just click Email the Invoice, and it'll have your client's email address at the top that you provided in the invoice details. It'll have the name of the invoice as the subject, and then it'll have your template here that you've defined in your global email templates. You can modify your template, and as soon as it's ready to send, just click Send Invoice, and that'll send it to your client. Now as this little note says this email template can be modified through the Email Templates page, and if we click on this link here, it'll take us to the Email Templates, where we can find the Invoice Ready template, and then we can edit it from here. Any changes we make to this template are global changes, and they'll affect any future invoices that you might email to your client. Now we're going to head back into our Selling Invoices page, and I'm going to show you what it looks like for your client when they go to pay for an invoice. So right now I have that shareable link already in my clipboard. I'm just going to open a new tab, paste in the link, and this is what your client's going to see when they come to pay for the invoice. They'll see your logo at the top, your company details on the side, the name of the invoice, and then any of the details that you provided for that invoice. If they're satisfied with what they see, they can click Pay Invoice, put in their information, and submit the payment. And that's how you do it. That's how you create your client invoices and send them to your clients, and that's how your clients can pay for them as well. If you have any questions about invoices, shoot us an email at support@instaproofs.com.